Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Mona Calhoun. Through this presentation, I aim to shed light on the intricate relationship between health, entrepreneurship, and personal development. In our fast-paced world, where entrepreneurship is celebrated as a pathway to success and innovation, it's essential to recognize the fundamental connection between health-related quality of life indicators and the traits and characteristics of entrepreneurs. By understanding the nuances of both aspects, we can gain deeper insights into how entrepreneurs can help others navigate challenges, cultivate resilience, and ultimately thrive in their endeavors. Furthermore, I will discuss how entrepreneurs can empower individuals to cultivate holistic well-being, pursue their entrepreneurial aspirations, and make meaningful contributions to society. Without further ado, let's delve into the presentation. Understanding wellness and health-related quality of life indicators is essential for a satisfying and successful life, influencing work performance and interpersonal relationships. It's a significant topic in academic and policy discussions, with entrepreneurship often serving as a source of personal fulfillment and driving positive societal change. This presentation examines the key components of health-related quality of life indicators and their impact on individual well-being. Additionally, we'll explore the traits commonly associated with successful entrepreneurs and how these traits contribute to their ability to overcome obstacles and achieve success in competitive entrepreneurship landscape. Finally, we'll delve into the potential of entrepreneurship in addressing the effects of and improving health-related quality of life outcomes, specifically within the African American community. Why is this important? Addressing health-related disparities in African American communities is essential for promoting social justice, improving public health, mitigating economic burdens, addressing intersecting factors influencing health, and upholding principles of equity and human rights. It requires collaborative efforts across sectors to address the root causes of disparities and create environments where everyone can thrive and achieve their full potential. Before we look at some root causes, let's first look at the data. These numbers are taken from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office of Minority Health. African Americans make up the second largest minority population in the United States, following the Hispanic Latino population. Of the total population of 331.9 million, 12.1% were African American. States with the largest population of African Americans in 2020 included Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. For education, 87.9% of African Americans earned a high school diploma compared to 93.5% of the white population. 24.7% African Americans earned a bachelor's degree or higher compared to 38.3% of whites. Of significance to note, more Black women than Black men had earned at least a bachelor's degree, 16% compared with 14%, while among non-Hispanic whites, a slightly higher proportion of women than men had earned a bachelor's degree or higher, 23.5% and 23.2% respectively. 9.8% African Americans graduate or earn advanced professional degrees compared to 15% of whites. The average median household income for African Americans was $48,297 compared to 77,999 for white households. 19.5% of African Americans compared to 10% of whites for the poverty level. The unemployment rate for 25 years and older was higher for African Americans than that of whites, 9.9% and 6.4% respectively. Other data retrieved from the CDC shows the differences in life expectancies for Black and brown people compared to whites. The life expectancy for African American and brown men is alarming. Life expectancies at birth for African American and brown people on average is 70.8 years, with 74.8 years for women and 66.7 years for men. For whites, on average, it's 76.4 years, with 79.2 years for women and 73.7 years for men. The death rate for Blacks, African Americans, is generally higher than whites, and the diseases and chronic diseases are listed there on the screen. Health-related quality of life indicators reveal a broader underlying issue. The problem is systemic. To transform our health, we must understand and change the systemic mechanisms that cause these disparities among different socioeconomic groups. These indicators provide insights into physical, mental, and social relationships and environmental factors contributing to an individual's health and well-being. Examples of physical health are chronic disease burden, nutritional status, poor access to quality food, such as food deserts in many of our communities, the inability to sleep well, sleep disturbances and disorders, mental health, psychological distress such as anxiety, depression, and stress, social support, availability, and perceived adequacy of support from family, friends, and social networks, and the family functioning, dynamics within the family unit, including communication patterns, cohesion, and conflict resolution. Then there's environmental factors, such as safety, accessibility, and the aesthetics of the built environment, including housing and neighborhoods and workplace, access to affordable, quality healthcare services, including preventive care, treatment options, and healthcare infrastructure. So understanding and monitoring these key health-related quality of life indicators provide invaluable insights into individuals' overall health status, identify areas for intervention, and inform the development of targeted health promotion and disease prevention strategies. So what are we going to do about it? And you may be asking about the connection with entrepreneurs. To start addressing the root causes of poor quality of life among African Americans requires comprehensive, multi-sectoral strategies that address socioeconomic disparities, promote health equity, dismantle systemic racism and discrimination, and create opportunities for economic empowerment and social inclusion. The remainder of this presentation will connect the dots and discuss how an entrepreneur's psychological capital, resilience, and other traits can have a positive influence on improving the overall quality of life for African Americans. But first, to get you to begin the correlations, let's dive deeper into the root causes, disparities, and inequities. Some of what I'm going to share will sound repetitive from what I previously highlighted, not to mention your own awareness of these issues, but as I briefly discuss each one, begin to consider them from the lens of an entrepreneur and how these issues can be improved. Socioeconomic disparities. African Americans are disproportionately affected by poverty, limited access to education, unemployment, and economic inequality, which contribute to financial instability, economic hardship, and reduced quality of life. Health disparities. African Americans experience higher rates of poor health outcomes due to barriers to healthcare services, which contribute to poor health outcomes and diminished quality of life. Educational inequities. African American students often face barriers to educational attainment, including inadequate funding for schools in minorities' communities. Limited educational opportunities can perpetuate cycles of poverty, limited employment prospects, and contribute to lower quality of life outcomes. Housing, segregation, and discrimination. African Americans are more likely to live in neighborhoods with limited resources, discriminatory housing practices, substandard housing, and exposure to environmental hazards. Systemic racism and discrimination. Racial bias, prejudice, and unequal treatment contribute to disparities in opportunities, outcomes, and access to resources, perpetuating social and economic inequalities and undermining the quality of life for African Americans. Violence and crime. High rates of homicide, gun violence, and incarceration contribute to fear, trauma, and stress within communities, impacting mental health, social cohesion, and overall quality of life. Finally, environmental injustice. Environmental injustice, discriminatory land use policies, lack of access to green spaces, and inequitable distribution of environmental resources contribute to adverse health outcomes and diminished quality of life. By addressing these structural barriers and promoting policies and programs that prioritize equity, justice, and community empowerment, entrepreneurs can work towards improving quality of life outcomes and fostering thriving, resilient communities for all. Now that I've discussed the problem, let's continue to make the connections. To further connect the influence entrepreneurs can have in addressing health-related quality of life indicators, it is imperative to comprehend how entrepreneurs effectively navigate challenges to foster entrepreneurial well-being and achievement. I will discuss traits that research has shown are strong in entrepreneurs' psychological capital and resilience. As I move through this discussion, I hope you will be able to see how these traits can prove beneficial in formulating ideas and plans for addressing quality of life issues. First, let's look at psychological capital. It refers to an individual's positive psychological state of development characterized by four key components: hope, efficacy, resilience, and optimism. These components represent an individual's capacity to deal with challenges effectively, bounce back from setbacks, and thrive in various aspects of life. Additionally, core confidence, a component of psychological capital, appears to play a significant role in reducing psychological distress during the phase of identifying opportunities. Here's a brief overview of each component. Hope. Hope refers to belief that one can find pathways to achieve desired goals and the motivation to pursue those pathways. Individuals high in hope are optimistic about the future, set realistic goals, and persevere in facing obstacles. Efficacy. Efficacy, or self-efficacy, is the belief in one's ability to accomplish tasks and achieve desired outcomes successfully. Individuals with high efficacy have confidence in their skills, competencies, and capacity to overcome challenges. Resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, adapt to change, and maintain psychological well-being in the face of setbacks or stressors. Resilient individuals can cope effectively with challenges, remain flexible in their thinking, and thrive amid adversity. Optimism. Optimism refers to a positive outlook on life and the expectation that good things will happen in the future. Optimistic individuals tend to focus on the positive aspects of situations, maintain a hopeful attitude, and view setbacks as temporary and manageable. Together, these four components of psychological capital contribute to an individual's overall psychological well-being, resilience, and capacity to thrive in various personal, professional, and organizational contexts. Psychological capital has been linked to positive outcomes such as job satisfaction, job performance, organizational commitment, and overall well-being, making it a valuable construct in the fields of psychology, organizational behavior, and leadership. Entrepreneurs utilize their unique strengths and abilities to navigate challenging situations and overcome adversity. An entrepreneur's resilience may be evident in their ability to maintain or regain emotional, psychological, and social well-being, including feelings of happiness and vitality. Their capacity to acquire new skills and launch additional ventures. Research suggests that entrepreneurs' resilience is crucial throughout the entrepreneurial journey, influencing the commencement, participation in, and effectiveness of entrepreneurial activities. Several studies have illustrated the pivotal role of entrepreneurial resilience in achieving career success and persisting in entrepreneurial pursuits despite adversities. Moreover, research has consistently shown a positive association between entrepreneurs' resilience and their levels of work or career satisfaction, and has elucidated how entrepreneurs' resilience moderates the relationship between their self-efficacy and career satisfaction. For minority groups, starting a business has become a promising alternative to traditional employment. Entrepreneurship rates are highest among Black and Hispanic adults, 35% and 27% respectively, compared with 15% of white adults. Other marginalized groups, such as formerly incarcerated Americans and those with criminal records, are also more likely to be entrepreneurs, according to Kylie Jawan Hong, an assistant professor at the Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern University. Millennials and Gen Z exhibit several unique qualities that set them apart as entrepreneurs. For one, they often exhibit traits such as adaptability, digital fluency, and a desire for purpose-driven work. They prioritize innovation, social impact, and work-life balance. These next-generation innovators are typically driven by a vision to create meaningful change and are unafraid to challenge the status quo. Considering these values, they are creating businesses that address pressing global challenges from climate change to social inequalities. Entrepreneurship often serves as a catalyst for positive societal change, offering innovative solutions, both commercial and societal, that significantly contribute to the well-being of communities. In contrast to many conventional jobs, entrepreneurs experience a greater degree of autonomy and authority and financial well-being, affording them the opportunity to find deeper significance in their work, leverage their inherent abilities and talents, and participate in purpose-driven endeavors through self-guided initiatives. Overall, entrepreneurship has the potential to significantly impact economic mobility by creating wealth, generating employment, driving innovation, empowering marginalized communities, and fostering community development. By fostering an environment conducive to entrepreneurship and supporting aspiring entrepreneurs, Policymakers, organizations, and communities can unlock the transformative power of entrepreneurship to create a more inclusive, equitable, and prosperous society. Where do we go from here? This presentation has touched on the correlation between improving the systemic issues of health-related quality of life for African Americans in entrepreneurship. Researchers could further investigate the potential role of psychological capital and resilience as a personal resource in buffering the detrimental effects of challenges encountered on individuals' well-being and overall success. Overall, by harnessing the power of entrepreneurship as a tool for social change and economic development, entrepreneurs can contribute to building healthier, more resilient, and thriving communities for all. The remaining slides include references used to put together this presentation. Thank you for the opportunity to present this work.